Ready? Okay, let's go to work. Meeting will come to order, please. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been satisfied. Would you all turn off electronic equipment as we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Attention, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Johanna, would you call the roll, please?
Mayor Becker,
Here.
Commissioner Amadeo,
Here.
Commissioner Blumberg,
I am here.
We have a addition to the agenda. We have the presentation of the Beach Badge Awards. Always a pleasure to do nice things. Would you all please come to the front? I guess. Everybody from the schools, parents, come on up. I'm going to stand in front of Mr. Sewell. We're even going to make him smile today.
That's kind of maybe not.
Hey, smile, look. Hi, everybody. We've reinstituted an old practice this year with the Beach Badge competition. And these are all the winners. And it's a hardy-looking group. And one nice thing, John, I get to kiss the principal.
That's a dubious honor.
Okay. Which way do you want to go? Winner first or left? Does everybody know?
Dr. Baruch is here, yes. How about winter last?
Winner, I like that.
Mike, if I could add, if I just might add,
they're all winners.
They really are all winners, and this was the tightest competition that we've had in years, that you could separate first from the runners-up by less than the width of a hockey puck. That's how tight it was. So congratulations to everyone, winners and runners-up, and thank you kids, and thank you parents, and thank you school for being involved.
Where's
Thank
John
you.
Varela? Who's that? You John? Come here. And this is John's proclamation. Zach Del Rossi. I'm sorry. Michael Shapiro. But I know you will. Hi, Todd. Todd Winfelder. Congratulations. This is Ava Farello, whose brother just left. And thank you, Ava, for you, and for we also have a little gift certificate. And for everybody who hasn't seen her artist, this is the winning, what the Beach Badge will look like.
That's for Margate and Ventnor next year. It's going to be your tag,
You'll be
your
famous.
design.
It's always nice to do these kinds of nice things. It's nice to partner with Ventnor. It's nice to partner with the schools. And that's the word of the year in Margate politics is partner. We moved along, and thank you very much. You guys are great.
Yep,
You
yep.
didn't have- Oh, I took the one in mine.
Here, we'll get that.
Come on.
Get a nice picture for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to thank the city for letting us participate again. All the 3rd and 4th graders made designs in art class. Mrs. Thompson did that as our art teacher. She has art club today, or else she would have been here. But Mr. Blumberg was right. They were all fabulous. We had fun selecting them, and any one of the finalists would have made a great choice. So thank you, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, I don't need to add to that. That's exactly what I would have said.
And Ms. Becker and Superintendent Baruffi, we are so proud of our school system and the kids. And this just shows the participation. And as we looked at each individual one, the three of us at that meeting, it was the hardest decision that anybody could possibly make because they all put their hearts into it, and you could tell. And it was really nice. And Ava, everybody this next summer, everybody in Ventnor and Margate are going to see your artwork as they walk down the beach. So that's something to be very proud of. So congratulations to everybody and to the parents. Thank you.
Johnny,
I just want to acknowledge Lisa McLaughlin, who worked with Ms. Becker on this program. She manages the beach tag program for the city. So thank you very much.
I hope to see you, all the finalists as future beach badge inspectors. So we have a few more years, so come on back. Yeah, or a lifeguard is good, okay. And thank you, they were all wonderful.
John, did you get your pre-order in for 100 tags? I did.
I didn't think to bring a badge. Just got in, too. Yeah.
The good news is that you people don't have to stay unless you really want to.
You know what? And I'm sorry, if I could just add one more thing, Mayor. It didn't dawn on me. We just got a shipment of our badges in a few days ago. It's been a very hectic week, and I apologize. I should have brought some. But if anyone's interested, they are available for sale at our Balloon Pavilion, the preseason rates. But I apologize for not thinking to bring any with me. I would have given them to you. So, okay, apologize.
Thank you, guys.
John, you can leave too. Sewell, he can leave too. It's like a vacuum.
Seeing as there's no special items for discussion, we'll go to department head reports. Scott, why don't you start?
I really don't have anything to report this.
Thank you, Scott.
You're telling me something.
Frank?
Good, yeah. We're still working on the deck at Huntington Avenue. When we're finished decking it, the new railing will be put on. This coming week at Lucy the Elephant's snack bar, we're putting in pavers where the boardwalks used to be. We believe it'll come out looking very nice for next season. We also have beach headquarters that we have to fix the railing, and we're putting a new deck on that too. Today I met with Joe Johnston and Pat Powers underneath the Benson Avenue water tower. We're getting a inspector from Remington Vernick, tank inspector, to look at the pipe work. Joe feels that, you know, the pipes should be looked at by a professional inspector. And we'll be putting up new davits. The poles are already in. We ordered the wood. We're going to be dropping those head beams in. And like we talked about earlier, the Public Works Complex, we're moving ahead with it, and we hope good things in the future. That's all I have.
Thank you, Frank. Jim?
Just want to congratulate John for Ava and the beach badge. Nice job. I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving next week. Short week, so we'll be, our office will be open those 3 days, and we'll be ready for inspections and ready to go. And since Scott's report was so short, I didn't have anything to write down. Sorry.
Ed? I'm sorry.
I have nothing of value to add to this meeting.
Just your sheer presence is valuable.
The mayor's hearing.
Rich?
If I say nothing, would I get a thank you? Is what like Scott.
We can arrange that.
I have nothing to report.
Andrew?
Well, I do. We have our rec and travel basketball programs underway. We have 175 kids participating between kindergarten and 8th grade. Our men's leagues are wrapping up, men's league basketball. We had our Fantastic Friday program last week again. We had 50 kids on Friday night at Ross School. After school classes, we had an escape room class, some gymnastics class, Thanksgiving ceramics recently. And our update on our playground is our Granville Avenue playground equipment is coming in tomorrow. So I'm waiting to hear from the vendor as to when it'll get installed. That's my report.
Good, thank you. Chief,
Again,
will you be glad when November's over?
I will be glad when the last picture.
So will I.
The picture is tonight, so I think by tomorrow morning I might acquiesce. Not much to report from the police department. Like we spoke at the earlier meeting, we continue to monitor the new traffic patterns that are in town. Like I said, it's a fluid dynamic. We have some suggestions as to from resident input. However, for a lot of the complaints we may get, everybody agrees that the traffic has slowed down. That was the whole goal with the Safe Routes to School program. So I said there will be some fine tuning over the next few months, but it's something we're willing to do the work with. Other than that, we're good.
Thank you, Chief. Lisa?
I don't have any city business to report.
Chief Adams, you're.
But I would just like to say a few words because, as you know, it's been a very difficult week, especially for me and probably thousands of other people's, due to the loss of our employee, friend, family member, coach, Bill Walsh. Yesterday, there was an absolutely beautiful send-off, a memorial that it was the most appropriate place at Holy Spirit High School, where he is so loved by many and inspired many. On behalf of his family and myself, I just want to thank, the city for all the support that they have shown to him and his wife and daughter and sister Tracy. And that's all. It's a huge loss for everyone in our community.
Agreed. Thank you, Lisa. Dan?
Just a couple quick things, Mayor. First off, I want to thank Public Works. Frank talked about the decking down there at Huntington Avenue. That's been an open GIF recommendation now for a while, and we're going to get that off of our checklist and make that better. And also for addressing the minor issues at the library. Post the GIF inspection, we took care of them right away, and the library's all ready to go as far as the GIF being one of our insured buildings. Secondly, I had a meeting today. I was approached last week, and her name's Eileen Berardi, came and met with me today regarding and it's kind of appropriate, considering Bill Walsh and ALS, but they're doing something called ACTS ALS, and it's like a nationwide thing. It started with a football player who left the NFL and became a firefighter in Los Angeles County and became diagnosed with ALS. And he started a foundation out there to try and get money to help support the different stages and the clinical trials of this. And they actually just got through what they call the second stage clinical trials of a drug called Neuron. And they're going into the third stage, and they're really looking for promotion and help and support. And basically what we're going to do is, as the fire department, and I talked to Chief Hankinson because I believe the police department, and it's kind of the area of police and fires. And John, not to put you on the spot, but I did give her your number to contact you as well. But they're looking to create a banner and a sign and have the different organizations hold it up, showing the support for ALS and basically the message of ACTS ALS. So we were very receptive and very open to her and told her we would help her in whatever way we could. So it went very well. I got Blue Water Graphics, Charlie McLaughlin. I made a phone call to him down in Florida this week, and he's going to donate the banner to the organization with everybody's logo and that on there. So positive thing, and considering what Bill went through, and hopefully there's a cure, or if not, they say that this will at least help prolong and make the lives better for the family and the person involved. So we'll end with that, and just happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Fred, do you have anything?
I do, Mayor. On the agenda, I believe, is a resolution for the amendment to the lease for AT&T on our water tank. It was a lengthy process, a lot of back and forth with AT&T, but in the end, I think it helps us out a lot financially, and it also helps us out with the area coverage for cellular service. So the amendment's on for tonight, and I'd appreciate if you agreed to sign that off, and let's get this thing wrapped up.
Anything else, Ray?
That's it.
Thank you very much. John, do you have anything?
Mayor, I do, thank you. Did you hit Joanna?
Johanna, she's hiding behind the screen. I apologize. I did not. Thank you. Johanna?
Okay, I'm requesting your support on this resolution number 253, 2019, calling for a study of a commission to review the Open Public Records Act. It has really exploded. At this point in time, we have over 400 OPRA requests for this year, and a lot of it is things that we are supplying advertising information for businesses, and I don't feel that the taxpayers should be on the hook to take their time out of their day to supply a list so that a business can go solicit business. So I request your support of this resolution.
Thank you.
And that's
And I apologize again. John, let's start again.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. I wanted to bring Maury and Mike up to date. This past Tuesday, we had a Lucy committee meeting, which I was in attendance for. The committee is requesting a couple things from the city at this time, which I think are good, feel-good issues. And we know that this year is the 50th anniversary of the famous move from Cedar Grove to the spot on Decatur right now. And they want to reenact it on that exact day, July 20th, 2020, and have a parade at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sure the city would be totally amenable and helpful in any way they can to make that celebration work good. And I know you've been contacted by Rich already, and I'm sure the police will be contacted, as will the fire department. The thing that they would like to do is they would like to rename Decatur Avenue on the south side, which would be from Atlantic heading east to the water's edge, as Lucy Plaza. And they would like to work with the tax assessor's office to change Lucy's address to, I think it's 101 South Lucy Plaza. And they would do the unveiling if we give them permission to do that on that morning on July 20th as a part of the festivities to help support Lucy and to raise money for her structural work that has to be performed in the next couple years to keep her up to where she is now. So with that said, I put it on the table. Mayor, would you call for a straw vote so that I can report back to Lucy?
I have no problem. I think we've all.
Good by me?
Good by me. So that's good. And the last thing, I just want to, naturally, Thanksgiving, wish everybody and all our residents a happy Thanksgiving. But yesterday in this room, we had the library sponsored a very cheerful and heartfelt event that honored one of our longtime police officers, a Marine. He was in the Marines. He served the city how many years? 27 years as a police officer. And he had a great hobby, along with another name that's synonymous with Margate, besides Frank Tiemann, is Pat Patterson. And they had a whole picture library of the original buildings in town and so much history that the two compiled as a love between the two of them. They just cared so much about Margate. There's in the library now. There's these books of all these pictures of how Margate was in the early 19th century, all through the course of the years, and even to the modern day today, where we're seeing so much redevelopment happen. So it was really a nice event. and they really honored Frank in such a nice way. I think it actually took, what, almost an hour for them, the gentleman that talked about Frank, he played, they actually brought an actor in to act as he was Frank Tiemann and tell his life story. So it was pretty nice, and it was pretty informational. And our solicitor was there, and I think he learned something that day too.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, it was very good. So I just had to mention it and thank the library for that great production yesterday. And happy Thanksgiving to all.
And the food wasn't bad yesterday either. Maury?
Yes, I do. I have, I also would like to take another minute and remember Bill Walsh, who passed away Friday. He will forever be in our hearts and on our minds. Bill defined the word gentle man. He was a great son, husband, father, coach, mentor, employee, and friend. Thousands turned out in tribute yesterday to a life well lived. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and his Margate family at the pavilion. Thank you to all the employees, Lisa, Andrew, who donated selflessly their time and money and efforts to help this wonderful man and his family. You have made a difference and Margate proud. We will miss Bill Walsh. Thank you.
Thank you, Maury. I'd just like to make one announcement. The city, in partnership with the library, are bringing back Bay Atlantic Symphony for a New Year's Eve concert. You don't have to ask me the date, I hope. The concert is free. Tickets will become available, I believe, at the end of next week. Tickets are required. It's a great thing. I know some of you have been, and it's wonderful. I go all the time and all that. I also would like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. And with that, we will open for public comment. You have 3 minutes to talk on anything that was discussed here at this meeting. Is there any public comment?
Steve Warner, 103 North Sumner. I'd also like to take this time to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and my condolences to Bill Walsh and his family. We had our, as everybody knows, I'm the president of the Margate Concerned Citizens Group, and we had a meeting the other night, and the members asked me to come here to air a couple of concerns that they have about the Huntington Avenue, the work that's been done on Huntington Avenue and Gladstone Avenue. And, well, I'll just go over a couple of the concerns. And I, having been here last week, I explained to the members that this is not written in stone and that, changes can be made. We had one guy was like really adamant about how he just wanted everything out. And so we tried to explain to him that wasn't going to happen. And, but anyhow, there are some concerns. So I just think I'll take the time to let everybody know. And number one, on Winchester Avenue and Monmouth Avenue, it's this full access bike lanes. Is that, in other words, are people going to be able to ride like 3 or 4 abreast in the, no?
I have to follow state law. Why don't you give us your concerns and we'll deal with all of them
Okay.
in the future, okay?
Well, that's one concern.
Mm-hmm.
Another concern, the islands and the medians, people say it's difficult to turn, this and that. And also there were a lot of concerns about it. Suppose it's covered with snow, you're not going to be able to see it. You're going to go over the medians or what have you. And that was one. And also the cones, are those cones going to stay there down at Fulton Avenue, I believe? They're going to be gone. That was another concern. And there was one other thing that was brought up. With these, the water tower, it's just, maybe I'm wrong on this, but it seems like the water tower is getting dirtier quicker than it was in the past. And we're just wondering, is this possibly because of these cell phone antennas? Could that be causing it to get, no, it's just, well, it's just a thought. And I think it would behoove us to at least ask if that possibly that is causing it. And if it is, to maybe try to get something from Verizon or AT&T or whatever to compensate for the additional cost of painting these water towers. It seems to me to be more frequently. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Sewell, 22 West Drive. Quick question for the police chief. So far as the mentioning traffic and traffic safety measures being taken.
John, he'll get back to you. You can ask your question. He'll get back to you. Public comment.
It is a public comment on the traffic, which was raised by the chief. If you can remember and recall, it's not a question.
Let me refresh.
I'll rephrase it so it's not questionable or a question. Chief, you mentioned concerning the traffic patterns and the safety issues. For the life of me, I can't figure out what those two chevrons and a bicycle all the way down Winchester stand for. And if I may suggest, Mayor, we may spend a few tax dollars to put up some chartreuse signs with bicycles which would say slow or caution, because I have no idea what those two chevrons stand for.
We're looking into that already, John. Thank you for
I'm
that.
glad you're on the job, Mayor. You're on the ball.
John. There's no I in team.
There's no I in team? Thanks a million.
To you too. Any other public comment? Is there a motion to close public comment?
So moved.
Second.
John?
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes,
Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mayor Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Amadeo?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumberg?
Yes.
Thank you all for being here. We will reconvene in 5 minutes.